Okay, we're going to do guided class practice today. I'm going to walk through side A with you, and then I want you to do side B on your own. So let's get started. Number 1, there were 4 girls and 3 boys. Each of the boys used 7 pieces of paper, and each of the girls used 5 pieces of paper. How many pieces of paper did the girls use? So, as good mathematicians, let's underline the part that we need to answer. How many pieces of paper did the girls use? And I'm going to circle pieces of paper. That's what we're going to answer. And I'm going to bracket girls because that helps me focus in with where I need to put my attention when I'm looking for the information that was provided. So here at the beginning, I see that they say there are 4 girls and 3 boys. Now I need the 4 girls piece, but I'm going to cross out the 3 boys because in my answer, it's not asking for the boys. So I'm going to cross that out because otherwise that might just confuse me. Each of the boys used 7 pieces of paper. Oh, that's another number that's just going to confuse me. And each of the girls used 5 pieces of paper. So as I'm thinking about this, I'm going to actually do circles. This is going to be a multiplication problem. So I have some open space down here. Remember, you can always write all over your paper whatever you need to do to answer it. So there are 4 girls. So how many circles do you think I'm going to make? I'm going to make 4. And each circle represents a girl. Okay, so I have my 4 girls here. And I want to know how many pieces of paper all 4 of them used. Well, to do that, how much did each girl use? Each of the girls used 5 pieces of paper. So I'm going to visually show my 5 pieces of paper per girl. Okay, so now I can do a few things. I can count by 5s and figure out how many pieces of paper. I can also turn it into a multiplication problem and use those facts, even just the facts that we just did in our fact practice. I can do those to know the answer as well. So if I count, and I'm going to do both, and we're going to see if they both give us the same answer. So if I count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, so I have the 20 pieces of paper. I'm also going to see, okay, I have 4 groups. Remember, my groups always comes first, times, and whatever I'm going to answer in is that second number because that's what I label. 5, and I'm going to put pieces of paper. And what is 4 times 5, boys and girls? That's 20. And then I know that I label completely for my answer. And then I restate my answer at the bottom. So let's go through and let's check to make sure that we answered this correctly. So let's go back to the question. How many pieces of paper did the girls use? Did we use the girl information? Yep. And did we answer in pieces of paper? Yeah. Okay, it looks like we got that one. Great job, guys. All right. Oh, here's what we practiced today. Write 3,425 in expanded form. Okay, so we always start with our biggest number. So that one would be in the thousands. So we're going to write 3,000 plus, what's my next place value? The hundreds, which is represented with the number 400. What's in my tens? 2, so that would be the value of 20. And what's in my ones? 5, and because those are ones, that is 5. So for expanded form, it would be 3,000 plus 400 plus 20 plus 5. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Sorry, we're shaking my camera a little bit. Number 3, show 9:45 in the morning on both clocks. So on the clocks, we're going to do digital and analog. 9:45. That means it's not 10 yet. So if it is not 10 yet, what is the hour? That would make it 9. And if I were to, I'm going to just do my dots here. Remember, this is quarter after. And this is quarter to. So where am I going to point my minute hand? I'm going to point it to the 9, and that would be representing what minute? 45. So 9:45 would be 9:45, and for the morning, is it AM or PM? It's AM. Okay, so now I have my 45 here. Where should I put my hour hand? I'm going to put it in between and slightly closer to the 10. Okay, so check your analog and your digital clocks for 9:45, also stated as 9:45. Great job. We're going to keep going. You guys are doing awesome. Number 4, fill in the missing addends. Okay, we have 12 plus blank equals 100, and 33 plus blank equals 100. So let's think about our tens. So if I were to round 12 to the nearest 10, what would it be? Be 10, and 10 plus what equals 100? 90. Okay, so this is 2 more than 10. So this number has to be 2 less than 90. What is 2 less than 90? 88. Okay, let's jump to this one. 33 plus blank equals 100. If I were to round 33 to the nearest 10, what would I round it to? 30. And 30 plus what equals 100? 70. Okay, I added 3 from 30, so I have to take 3 away from 70. What is 70 minus 3? 67. Okay. Which lines are parallel? So we see that our line segments are represented by letters. So there are 2 line segments that are parallel to each other. It means they are never going to cross. Look at those, and which ones do you see? Well, I see that these ones are crossing. So I know it can't be G, because that crosses every line. It can't be H, that crosses every line. But E and F never cross each other. So those 2 are parallel. Number 6. The cost of a marker is 59 cents. How much change will you receive from $1? Okay, so 59 cents, what would I round that to the nearest 10? 60 cents. Okay, so this is 1 less than 60 cents. 60 cents plus what equals $1 or 100? 40. Okay. So 59 cents is 1 less than 60. So we would need to put that penny over here. So 40 plus 1 would be 41 cents. And last pieces here. Find the answers, check subtraction by adding, and then we're going to work on our fractions. So 2 minus 1 is 1. I cannot take 9 away from 8, so I'm going to borrow from my hundreds, make it 18. 18 minus 9 is 9. And 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay, let's take these two numbers, add them up, and see if it works.